Right. So, welcome everybody here to our first career health hour session here together. And so today's session is called Career Health 101, sustainable enough with regards to being early in your career as a clinical counselor. All right. So, for those of you that haven't met me yet, I included this slide here. You can see my lovely picture here on the slide, and a bit about my background. So, I'm already holding degrees in business management and economics. So, it's an MBA, Master of Science, and a Bachelor of Arts. And I'm currently completing my Master of Arts in Counseling Psychology, and I'm expected to graduate in August this year. I am also a chartered professional in human resources, so I have my CPHR designation, and I'm also a Society of Human Resources Management certified professional, or called SHRM CP. And what I bring to the table here today is over 15 years of combined experience in the corporate world, including providing trauma-informed HR. So I'm trained in an area and also have been practicing trauma-informed HR even before starting my clinical counseling journey. I have experience in leadership and staff management, organizational development, and marketing. All right, so let's have a look here at today's agenda. So we will start with a welcome and check-in, and then we will spend a bit of time talking about what is career health. Then we will do an individual activity to look at your current career setup. And then we will go into breakout sessions to have career health conversations. And then we will all come back to the main room and talk about takeaways and closing. Okay, so for our check-in activity for this week, this is the activity I prepared. So I would like us all to take a moment and we will go around our virtual room here, and I would like you to pick a word for how your career feels this week. You can pick from the examples here from the slide or any other kind of word that resonates most with you. Give you a moment here to think, and then we will start going our round table here. Okay. So for this slide here, we are going to spend just a few moments here to set the stage for today's work we are going to do here together. So I want to start by pointing out or defining what is career health, because it can mean different things to different people depending on who you're talking to. So career health is described as a holistic measure of your own professional well-being. And it includes more than just your job security or a paycheck. When we talk about career health, it's about reflecting on your long-term career satisfaction, your ability to adapt to changes, and how well your current role aligns with your personal growth, skills development, and overall life goals. For today, we are really thinking about career health in terms of how sustainable is your current setup? How sustainable does it feel to you? This is more subjective, because if you ask different people about how sustainable this looks like or feels like, they might give different answers. Okay. And I want to bring your attention here to the slide that is really the core here. It's the 3 mini pillars, as I would call them. And let's talk about those here for a moment. First one is about capacity, or you can also think about it as your threshold and endurance. Right, this basically describes your functional abilities to meet the mental and physical demands associated, for example, with your current job, without pushing yourself into what we would call survival mode. If you want to expand a little bit more, especially for the purpose of today's session, this is really about how much you are doing, like how many hours you put in every day. What are the different roles and responsibilities that you have all at the same time? Because yes, we are all here as practicum students. We all have this in common, but this is most likely not the only role and responsibility we currently have in life. Some of us may work another job, part-time or full-time. Some of us may have family or, have pets or are looking after an elderly person. So what I'm trying to say is very likely all of us are currently wearing different hats, and this all should be seen under your capacity. The second pillar here is about fit. And traditionally, this refers to alignment and ergonomics. So if you just think about a job, like really narrow definition, it's about how much your current role fits your skills, physical abilities, workspace environment, and so on. Expanding it a bit, especially to fit our current career health session here that I'm doing here today. The fit is really about how well your current roles and environment suit you right now. Right, so you have to expand the definition a bit, not just one single job, but really seeing it in the overall big picture, same as we did with capacity. And then the third one is recovery. And additionally, this refers to rest and adaptation. So, this is about how your body and mind adapts and heals from daily stressors. So it's about quality sleep, being able to disconnect, and so on. Again, if we talk about it here in the big picture, when we talk about career health and the capacity and fit piece, this is really about how you refill your tank. Right? To think about rest, boundaries, support that you have in place, and so on. I want to point out here that in practicum or early counseling career, the goal isn't about being perfect. It's really about but does sustainable enough for this season look like? So with this season, I'm referring to where you are currently at in your life, in particular your professional life, including your personal life, because it's all part of the big package, right? Your personal and professional life do influence each other. Okay, any questions about this slide here? Okay, it is time now to do our individual activity here for today. So this will take 10 minutes and I will let you know when you can start writing things down. I will set a timer for 10 minutes and feel free to please get a piece of paper and a pen ready. Okay, so there are a few different things here I would like you to think about for the next 10 minutes and write down notes. And please go through it step by step. So the first one is about your current roles and responsibilities. So I would like you to list your current weekly roles, all of the hats you're wearing. Then the second step, I would like you to determine your sustainability score. On a scale from 1 to 10, how sustainable does your current setup feel right now? And 1 being it's not sustainable at all, and 10 means this is comfortably sustainable, meaning you can do this for a long period of time. Your current season, your current arrangements. Then in step number 3, I want you to think about your biggest drains and support. So I invite you to write down 1 or 2 things that drain your energy most in this season. So with season, again, we're talking about where you are right now, right in this moment, being a practicum student and all the other things that are happening for you. And then I also would like you to write down 1 to 2 things that support you or refill you the most, right? Let's think about the recovery pillar that we just talked about. Okay. And then when you're done with all of those things, so keep a few minutes here, to save for the last part. I would like you to do a tiny thought experiment. If you could change one small thing in the next month to move your sustainability score up to 2.5 to 1 point, what might it be? What does it look like? And so please try to be as specific as possible. All right, 10 minutes are up. How was it for everybody? Okay. So, so we're not going to go into details just yet. I would like you to share it in pairs first, and then we'll come back to the main room here. So for about, let's look at the time here. Let's do 20 minutes, right? Let's do like a 20-minute thing here, 20 minutes. And before I put you into breakout sessions here, this is your task. And basically, please take turns and share your sustainability score, like just a number, and one or two things that stood out in your reflection that you just wrote down, like a wall, a drain, or support, whatever you want to share with each other. And then your tiny experiment idea, the small change you might try just to get your sustainability score up like by 0.5 or 1 in the scale. And when you're on the roll as a listener, I would like you to reflect back the strengths you hear from the other person, reflect it back to them, and try to ask curious, non-fixing questions. Summarizing counseling, your job is not to fix each other's careers, it's just to witness, reflect strengths, and ask gentle questions. All right, everybody is back here. So this is our last slide here for today. So let's open it up here for like a group discussion. And I have some prompts here on the slide. Just going to read it out here first, and then I'll leave it up to you if you want to answer all 3 questions or pick 1 or 2. That's totally your choice. So if you want to share with the group, what is one tiny experiment or adjustment you're considering for your career health in this season, like something you want to try out maybe as of tomorrow. What did you notice about your current sustainability score or mix of capacity, fit, and recovery? Right, thinking back of the first slide here I did, and then the individual activity. And then going back to how we started this session with the check-in. If you like, share one word for how your career feels now after today's conversation. Okay, we are at time here. So this was our first career health session. And so thank you everybody for being here today. And I am having rotating topics every week. I still have to decide if I'm going to present the same topic again next week, or if we're moving on to the week 2 topic. But any event, feel free to share your feedback, including constructive feedback with me. You can just send me an email. I always like to know how things were going for you, what adjustments I can make. So feel free to stay on here to share your feedback or send me an email. And otherwise, I'm looking forward to seeing you again next time. And also feel free to let me know if you have specific topics in mind. I'm still developing the curriculum here. So yeah. All right. Oh. Thank you, everybody, and hope to see you again next time.